We're giving it all away, away. We're giving it all to go your way.
Hey, what's up, guys? About to start doing this new thing with the webcam here and kind of recap on what we went over tonight at Wednesday night service. For those of you who might not have made it. And if you hear barking in the background, it's my dogs. Apologize. But I kind of wanted to just go over, for those of you who may not have made it, who may not have made it out, and for those of you who did, who maybe want to recap, that's what this kind of is. Just going to tell you guys what we went over tonight and all that jazz. So basically what we were talking about is God's, the way God provides protection for us as believers. And it was just I think it was a great experience tonight just to be able to study this, but hoping you guys that were there enjoyed it and all that stuff. But I'm going to give you some scripture references that we went over tonight, so hopefully you can read those if you would like. I think it'd be good for you to read them. But we went over, and I have them written on my palm here so I can tell you guys, but we went over Psalm 91, the whole thing. We read through it. Isaiah chapter 54, verses 14 through 17. And then we also read Acts 16, verses 16 through 34. So that's Acts chapter 16, verses 16 through 34. And just some really good stories about Acts in particular is a story of Paul and Silas when they went into the Philippian jail. And just a really good story of God's provision. Even when things weren't looking so good, he still pulled through. Excuse me. And you know, in the other two, the one in Isaiah is just kind of God reassuring through the prophet Isaiah that he's got our backs, so to speak. And Psalm 91 also is just kind of a praise and worship to God for what he's done for us. So I wanted to read to you guys the first verse of Psalm 91, not the whole thing, but just to read it to you and share it with you. The first verse of Psalm chapter 91 says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty." Now, let's break that down a little bit. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High. What does it mean to dwell with God? What does it mean to dwell in the shelter of the Most High? And then the second part, it says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty." And what does that part mean? What is the shadow of the Almighty? Well, breaking it down, we kind of did this little analogy here at church tonight. So basically, I have a oven mitt here, right? And if I'm baking me some cookies, which I like cookies, if I'm baking me some cookies, and I take this oven mitt out because the cookies are done, and I set it out, but I don't put it on, and then I just open the oven and reach in and grab the cookies, what's going to happen? More than likely, I'm going to be screaming in pain because I'm going to get burned. But if I take and I dwell in the shelter of this oven mitt, then that means that I can reach in and get my cookies because I have this on. I'm protected and I'm good to go and I'm not going to get burnt. So that's kind of the analogy we use tonight, but referring to God that way. You know, it says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty." And what that essentially means is we have to want to be with God in order to abide in his shadow, to have his protection. It's saying that when we want to be with God, when we desire him with all of our hearts above everything else, that he's going to protect us. His shadow, which is short for basically saying that he's going to be behind us, that he's with us, that we'll abide with him. And that's in short. You know, you need to read the whole psalm because there's a lot more than that. But that's kind of the analogy that we use tonight. And also the word when it says will abide in the shadow of the Almighty, that word Almighty actually translates to El Shaddai, which means powerful, miraculous God who can do things that we may not expect, that would just totally blow our minds as believers and get us through things that if it were not for him, we wouldn't know what else it could have been, that it was only him, El Shaddai. But anyway, you guys check those scripture references out. I missed y'all tonight if y'all weren't there. And I love you all so much, and hope that you have a good day tomorrow. And also, I forgot to mention this. I've just now thought of it. See You at the Pole is coming up. Please come to church next Wednesday so we can plan some things that we're going to do for See You at the Pole. Plan to disperse amongst, what different schools you guys go to, because I know we got some Itasca, some Whitney, and all that stuff. But, man, yeah, come next week, you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm hopefully going to be doing this recap thing every time from now on. So I hope that some of you watch it, that maybe if you weren't there, that this will kind of give you an idea of what we went over and all that stuff. So, oops. Screen went black. But like I said, I love you guys, and I hope y'all have a great day tomorrow. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. See ya. Bye.
We're giving it up.